Hark! What if I told thee that thy joint pain, the stiffness in thy knees, the aching in thy hands, might be eased not by a potion nor by pill, but by a humble food thou mayest already possess in thy kitchen? Aye, within thy very cupboard could lie the most wondrous relief, long hidden from thine eyes. Verily, I have tended to aching joints and weary limbs for over a decade, and in my years walking beside those afflicted, I have found this truth to hold firm. Nature oft conceals its greatest remedies in the simplest of gifts. Picture it, dear friend, one morn thou dost rise from slumber, yet thy knees betray thee, thy fingers resist thy will. Even the smallest motion feels as though thou art scaling a great and merciless mountain. Such is the cruel grip of arthritis, and lo, over 350 million souls around the globe now share in this affliction. But take heart, for pain such as this doth not descend in a single night. Nay, it creeps quietly, feeding on the passage of time and the folly of poor nourishment. Yet in this darkness a light doth shine. I say unto thee, thy food, thy daily bread, may be thy most powerful ally. The very meals thou preparest each day may either deepen thy suffering, or deliver thee from it. In this tale, we shall unveil 12 wondrous victuals, each confirmed by both science and lived experience, that may rebuild cartilage, calm the fires of inflammation, and grant thee the ease of motion once more. But hark, among these 12, there is one food in particular that doth rise above all others. A food so mighty, so overlooked, that even healers of great renown have called it a miracle hidden in plain sight. Canst thou guess what it might be? I challenge thee, leave thy answer in the comments below before the truth be revealed. And if this journey stirreth thy curiosity, bestow thy favor upon this work. Leave a like, share it with thy kin, and subscribe, that thou mayest not miss the counsel that shall follow. Let us proceed, not as strangers, but as fellow seekers, thou, in search of lasting relief, and I, guided by the wisdom gleaned through many a year in the care of those who dared to hope again. Art thou prepared? Then come forth, and let us turn the scroll, line by line, and uncover the gifts of nature long forgotten. 1. Fatty fish, the ocean's remedy for weary joints. First upon our scroll doth lie the noble fatty fish, the regal salmon, the swift mackerel, and the humble sardine, creatures of the deep who carry within their flesh the balm that soothes even the most tormented joints. In truth, I have walked beside countless souls whose limbs did groan beneath the weight of inflammation, and I have seen these fish restore what many believed forever lost. Verily, these treasures of the sea are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, most notably EPA and DHA, which have been shown, both in ancient observation and modern study, to quell the fires of joint inflammation with rare and lasting effect. But know this, dear friend, these noble fats do not merely mask pain. Nay, they intervene at the molecular roots, diminishing the production of cytokines and prostaglandins, those silent saboteurs that inflame and erode thy joints from within. I have beheld those afflicted by rheumatoid arthritis, whose mornings began with clenched hands and immovable knees. Yet, with faithful consumption of these sea-borne healers, they found renewed mobility, diminished swelling, and a clarity of motion not known in many a year. A study of worthy repute revealed that 4/5 of sufferers experienced noticeable relief after but a few short weeks of omega-3 rich nourishment. And if perchance thou art not fond of fin fare, despair not, for a high-quality fish oil supplement may bestow upon thee much the same blessing. Yet choose wisely, for not all oils are of equal virtue. Seek those that are purified, tested for heavy metals, and blessed with high EPA and DHA content. Now, if thou wouldst further amplify the might of these omega-3s, combine them with vitamin E, found abundantly in almonds and sunflower seeds. Together, they forge a powerful alliance, magnifying one another's anti-inflammatory effects, and guarding thy joints as a knight doth his liege. I counsel thee, strive for no less than 2 portions per week of fatty fish, grilled, baked, or gently steamed. Let thy plate be not merely a vessel of sustenance, but of healing. And remember, the ocean's gift is not fleeting, but endures if thou wouldst receive it with consistency and care. Thus, let us press onward, for many more treasures await, each one a step closer to comfort, and to the vibrant life thy joints were made to carry. 2. Turmeric, the golden guardian of thy joints. Pray let us now discourse upon turmeric, that radiant spice of golden hue, drawn from the roots of ancient earth and cherished for centuries not merely for its flavor, but for its profound power to restore. In truth, dear friend, within this humble root lies a substance I have long held in esteem, curcumin, the very soul of turmeric, and a formidable ally in the battle against chronic inflammation. I have seen with mine own eyes those whose joints once burned with relentless fire find reprieve and renewal through curcumin's gentle, yet mighty influence. It doth act not only as a shield, but as a skilled saboteur, suppressing NF-kappa B, the master switch of inflammation that, when left unchecked, doth summon pain, swelling, and eventual destruction of cartilage. Verily, curcumin's strength hath been shown in studies to rival certain pharmaceutical remedies, yet without the heavy burden of side effects that so often afflict the weary. In my years of practice, I have oft advised turmeric not as a miracle, but as a daily discipline, a quiet force that, over time, tempers the flames of arthritis and shields the body from further decay. Yet the gift of curcumin is not easily claimed, for it is poorly absorbed by the body on its own. But lo, a solution most wondrous lies in black pepper, and its essence known as piperine, which may amplify curcumin's absorption by up to 2,000%. This knowledge, simple yet profound, hath transformed the healing journey of many under my care. To weave turmeric into the fabric of thy daily repast, thou needst not toil. Stir it into warming teas, blend it within smoothies, scatter it upon roasted roots, or simmer it in hearty broths. Just a half teaspoon daily, paired with a pinch of pepper and a bit of healthy fat, such as olive oil or ghee, doth greatly enhance its virtue. Let it be known, turmeric is not swift like a blade, but steady as the tide. It doth work quietly, consistently, and in time, offers relief more enduring than thou might imagine. I have seen stiff joints softened, swelling reduced, and even spirits lifted, when turmeric be made a trusted companion at table. Thus, let us turn the scroll yet again, for many verdant allies await in our quest for comfort, strength, and the joy of unhindered motion. 3. Leafy greens, nature's shield against joint decay. As the sands of time do flow, verdant greens, such as spinach, kale, and collard greens, emerge as steadfast guardians of thy joints, ever ready to defend thee against the creeping wear of age. In my many years walking alongside those beset by arthritis and stiffness, I have oft spoken of these greens not merely as nourishment, but as living medicine, crafted by the earth's own hand. These humble leaves are verily a storehouse of healing, rich in vitamin C, beta-carotene, vitamin K, and flavonoids, each working in concert to quell oxidative stress, the silent force that breaks down cartilage and fans the flame of chronic inflammation. Lo, oxidative stress, stirred by rogue free radicals, doth lay waste to thy joints much like a storm strips bark from an ancient tree. But when thou dost nourish thy body with these leafy offerings, rich in antioxidants, thou dost fortify thy defenses, restoring balance within. Vitamin C, in particular, playeth a vital part in the crafting of collagen, that noble protein which cushions and sustains thy joints through years of motion and burden. Collagen is the very fabric of resilience within thy knees, hips, and hands, and without it, the joint is left vulnerable to the cruel grind of time. Indeed, I have seen those who made leafy greens a daily ritual, not only preserve joint function, but stave off the advance of inflammatory arthritis. A chalice of greens each day, whether in salad, sautéed fare, or blended potions, can serve as both shield and salve. But heed this counsel well. To unlock their full bounty, especially the fat-soluble treasures such as vitamin A and K1, thou must pair these greens with a noble fat. A drizzle of extra virgin olive oil or a spoonful of avocado shall ensure their virtues are absorbed and delivered unto every cell in need. Let not these greens be cast aside as mere garnish, for they are warriors in disguise, standing between thy joints in the ravages of decline. Embrace them daily, and thy steps shall be steadier, thy mornings less burdened, and thy years more graciously borne. Now, dear friend, let us tread further down this verdant path, for sweet fruits await, bursting with pigment and power, ready to lend their might to our noble cause. 4. Berries, jewels of the earth that quell the fire within. Next behold the berries, those diminutive treasures of nature, bursting with color and vitality, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries, each a gem from the orchard of healing. Though small in stature, they bear within their skin a might most potent, capable of tempering the fires of joint affliction. Verily, I have long held these fruits in high regard, for in my years tending to the weary and the inflamed, I have seen how the regular partaking of berries did soften pain, reduce swelling, and restore ease to limbs once stiff and sorrowful. Their secret, thou askest? A class of compounds known as anthocyanins, those same pigments that bestow upon them their deep and vibrant hues. Anthocyanins are no idle ornament. They are valiant defenders against inflammation, shown to inhibit COX-2 enzymes, which are the very same targets sought by pain-relieving potions of the modern age. But unlike those brews, berries work gently, with grace, and without the shadow of side effects. Let it be known, the berry doth not merely calm inflammation, but nourishes the joints with antioxidants, slowing the quiet march of oxidative stress that so often leads to the decay of cartilage. A handful here, a chalice there, taken 2 or 3 times each week, can serve as a natural balm for thy aching hands and weary knees. Should thou wish to amplify their healing touch, pair these fruits with worthy companions. A spoon of plain yogurt, rich in probiotics, shall aid thy gut and further tame systemic inflammation. A scoop of oats, laden with fiber and further antioxidants, shall lend harmony to thy morning repast. In truth, I have oft counseled those in pain to begin their day not with haste nor heaviness, but with a bowl of berries and balance, and the difference hath been profound. Remember, dear friend, that which is sweet need not be sinful. In berries thou findest both delight and deliverance, proof that healing may dwell within pleasure, and that nature's finest remedies are often the most delicious. Let us move forward now, for nuts and seeds await. Humble though they be, they possess a quiet power to sustain, to soothe, and to strengthen the very joints upon which thy journey depends. 5. Nuts and seeds, the quiet healers of thy joints. Next upon our scroll of delights are the noble nuts and seeds, oft overlooked, yet mighty in their mission. Behold the walnut, the flax seed, and the chia seed, small in form, yet vast in benefit. I have oft called them the quiet healers, for their work is subtle, yet profound. Within their humble shells lies a bounty of omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and dietary fiber, each a vital agent in the noble endeavor to soothe inflammation and nourish thy joints from within. In my many years tending to those burdened by stiffness and pain, I have seen time and again how a mere handful of these foods, taken with consistency, brought measurable ease to aching limbs. The walnut, rich in plant-based omega-3s, hath shown in studies to lower levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a key harbinger of systemic inflammation, oft elevated in those afflicted by arthritis. Verily, by quieting the storm of CRP, these nuts doth bring peace to the joints, reducing both swelling and discomfort. And lo, the flax seed and chia seed, beacons of healing from the plant kingdom, abound in alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a noble omega-3 that supporteth joint lubrication, lessening friction and enhancing ease of movement. But a word of counsel, these seeds, when consumed whole, may pass unyielding through thy frame. To receive their full bounty, grind them before thou partakest, that the body may claim their virtues in full. In practice, I recommend not more than a modest handful of nuts, or 1 tablespoon of ground seeds daily. Scatter them upon thy salads, blend them within thy smoothies, or stir them into thy morning oats. Their flavors are gentle, their preparation simple, and their impact remarkable. Together, these tiny warriors not only fight inflammation but fortify the connective tissue, supporting the very matrix upon which joint stability rests. Fiber within them doth aid thy digestion, which in turn soothes systemic inflammation, a connection oft ignored, yet crucial in the greater harmony of health. Thus, let not their size deceive thee. In these seeds and nuts, thou findest a source of comfort that asketh little but giveth much. Now, let us turn the scroll once more, for a pungent ally awaits, humble in appearance, but bold in power. Prepare thy senses, dear friend, for we shall next unveil the virtues of the ancient garlic. 6. Garlic, the humble bulb that battles inflammation. Another wondrous sustenance for the well-being of joints is the noble garlic, a simple clove, yet possessed of power vast and enduring. I have oft told my patients, let thy kitchen be thy apothecary, and let garlic lead the charge. Garlic, though humble in appearance, is a fierce defender against the cruelty of chronic inflammation. Within its white layers lies diallyl disulfide, a sulfur-rich compound that doth interfere with the creation of pro-inflammatory cytokines, those very messengers that fan the flames of joint pain and swelling. In my own practice, I have seen how consistent use of garlic, raw or gently cooked, doth lessen stiffness and restore movement to hands once frozen by affliction. Lo, its benefits extend beyond mere inflammation. Garlic also protecteth the cartilage, guarding it from the wear of oxidative stress. It worketh not only to quell pain, but to prevent further destruction, a trait most valuable for those who seek not just relief, but restoration. But the garlic's virtue is not solitary. It flourishes when paired with fellow allies, olive oil, turmeric, and even lemon. Together, these ingredients form a trinity of healing, amplifying one another's effects, and bringing deeper harmony to thy joints and thy body entire. In the kitchen, garlic asketh little. Thou mayest mince it raw into dressings, blend it into thy soups, or roast it till soft and golden, but take heed. Excessive flame may rob it of its most potent essence. For greatest benefit, I do recommend 1 to 2 cloves daily, crushed and allowed to rest a moment, that its healing compounds may awaken. And let it be known, garlic doth not labor in vain. Studies have shown that regular consumption of garlic may slow the progression of osteoarthritis and even reduce markers of joint degeneration over time. It is not a cure, nay, but a companion on the path to healing, steadfast and time-tested. So take heart, dear friend, and let not the sharpness of garlic's flavor deter thee, for in its fire lies its strength, and in its scent, the promise of renewal. Now, let us proceed to the next elixir, drawn not from root nor seed, but pressed from fruit, the golden and generous olive oil, whose virtues extend beyond the heart, into the very depths of thy joints. 7. Olive oil, the liquid gold that soothes from within. Verily, as we depart from the pungent strength of garlic, we are now greeted by a gentler remedy, no less powerful, yet wrapped in grace. Behold, extra virgin olive oil, the golden elixir drawn from the fruit of the olive tree, long revered in both ancient texts and modern healing. I have oft called it liquid gold, for it flows not only with richness of flavor, but with anti-inflammatory might most noble. Within its depths lies oleocanthal, a rare compound whose action mimics that of ibuprofen, inhibiting the COX enzymes responsible for crafting the very molecules that inflame thy joints and bring forth stiffness and pain. In mine own years guiding those who suffer the cruel grip of arthritis, I have witnessed how the daily use of olive oil did not merely support heart health, but brought a quiet and steady relief to weary joints. Its monounsaturated fats, unlike the unstable oils of modern industry, calm the fire rather than feed it. Let it be known, the olive oil thou must seek is not of lowly grade, nor stripped of virtue. It must be cold-pressed, extra virgin, darkly bottled, and free of deceit. Only such oil preserveth the full bounty of oleocanthal and polyphenol, those noble antioxidants that guard thy joints from the slow burn of oxidative decay. I have found that when one doth replace butter, margarine, and processed oils with olive oil, drizzling it upon greens, roasting with it, stirring it into stews, or sipping it as a morning tonic, the body doth respond with renewed vigor. Even as little as 2 tablespoons daily hath been enough to shift the tide for many under my care. And what delight! When olive oil is paired with garlic, turmeric, or leafy greens, its powers multiply, a harmonious fusion of flavor and function, supporting both taste and transformation. Thus, dear friend, let this golden oil not be an afterthought, but a pillar in thy daily nourishment. For in it dwells the quiet strength of the Mediterranean sun and the whispered wisdom of centuries. Let us move forward now to a root bold in character and fiery in spirit. Prepare thyself, for next we shall meet ginger, a spice of warmth, circulation, and ancient promise. 8. Ginger, the fiery root that awakens and heals. Forthwith, the ginger doth arrive, fiery in spirit, warm in nature, and potent in purpose. Long have I revered this ancient root, not merely as a spice for the table, but as a true elixir for the joints, especially for those plagued by stiffness, swelling, and the slow ache of inflammation. Within its golden flesh dwells gingerol, a compound of great renown, whose anti-inflammatory and antioxidant powers have been confirmed by both tradition and modern study. Verily, gingerol doth suppress the very enzymes COX, 2, and LOX, which do conspire to stir pain and distress within thy limbs. By quieting these saboteurs, ginger doth bring comfort, movement, and warmth to joints long forgotten by ease. I have walked with many souls who began their days in pain, but through the gentle and daily use of ginger, did regain their stride and their spirit. Just 1 to 2 grams per day, taken with constancy, hath brought remarkable solace, no less than certain remedies of the apothecary, yet without their burdensome side effects. Let it be known, ginger's virtue is best revealed when woven into thy repast with care. Brew it in tea at the break of day, stir it into soups, blend it into smoothies, or slice it thin into thy stews. Whether savored warm or sipped as a broth, its warmth doth not merely comfort the belly, but radiates outward, easing the tensions of muscle and bone alike. And if thou dost seek to amplify its healing might, pair it with turmeric, its golden cousin, or blend it with a spritz of lemon and a spoon of honey. Together, they form a trio of ancient remedies, soothing not only the body but the weary spirit as well. Lo, in this root of fire lies balance, between stimulation and calm, between tradition and science. Ginger doth not shout like the hammer of medicine, but whispers with constancy and depth, slowly undoing what years of inflammation have wrought. Let us now journey onward, for while ginger brings warmth, the next in our tale brings brightness. Prepare thyself to meet citrus fruits, bearers of vitamin C and builders of the very collagen that cushions thy every step. 9. Citrus fruits, builders of collagen and bringers of light. Next behold the citrus fruits, oranges, lemons, grapefruits, and limes, whose bright essence doth awaken the senses and uplift the spirit. Yet beyond their cheerful hues and fragrant zest, these fruits conceal a mighty secret. They are architects of thy joints, laying the very foundation upon which mobility and strength do rest. Verily, within these fruits dwells vitamin C, a nutrient of profound importance, not merely for defense against ailment, but for the very creation of collagen, that noble protein which cushions thy joints, absorbeth shock, and sustaineth thy cartilage through the wear of time. In my decade tending to those burdened by joint affliction, I have seen that those whose diets overflow with citrus often suffer less from stiffness, grinding pain, and deterioration. For vitamin C not only supports immunity, but activates the enzymes that craft collagen, reinforcing the very fabric that holds thy knees, hips, and hands in graceful motion. Let it be known, research hath shown that those who partake generously of vitamin C have a lower risk of developing osteoarthritis, and in those already beset, a slower march of its cruel progression. It is not merely a fruit, but a shield, guarding thy cartilage from oxidation and thy synovial spaces from decay. And yet, the joy of citrus need not be solemn. A fresh orange in the morn, a splash of lemon in thy water, a few wedges of grapefruit with thy salad. These small rituals bring radiance to thy plate and resilience to thy frame. Should thou wish to magnify its gift, consider pairing citrus with green tea, for vitamin C doth enhance the absorption of polyphenol, elevating the antioxidant power of the brew. Together, they work as sentinels of youth, holding at bay the march of inflammation and time alike. So let not these bright fruits be mere garnish. Welcome them as daily companions, for they build from within, nourishing thy body's scaffolding and granting thy joints the strength to carry thee with grace and steadiness. And now, let us move to a fruit most creamy and rich, the avocado, bearer of wholesome fat and guardian of cartilage, whose quiet strength may surprise thee. 10. Avocado, the creamy guardian of cartilage. Next upon our scroll stands the avocado, a fruit most creamy and rich, oft misjudged for its decadence, yet possessed of virtue most profound. I have long referred to it as the gentle warrior, for its gifts are quiet, subtle, and enduring, an ally to thy joints that works not with haste, but with steady strength. Within this verdant orb lies an abundance of monounsaturated fats, which doth quell inflammation and support the regeneration of joint tissues. Yet its true brilliance lies in the synergy it forges. Avocado doth not labor alone. Its healthy fats enhance the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients, such as vitamins A, D, E, and K, which are critical to joint function, cartilage repair, and bone strength. And lo, it containeth within also the twin antioxidants lutein and zeaxanthin, lesser known, but no less powerful. These noble compounds guard against oxidative stress, the very force that hasteneth cartilage decay in ailments such as osteoarthritis. In truth, I have seen those who incorporate avocado regularly into their repast move with greater comfort and ease, as if their joints had been polished anew. What mocketh the avocado yet more advantageous is its versatility, a treasure to both savory and sweet. Spread it upon toast with a pinch of sea salt and lemon, blend it into smoothies, dice it over salads, or pair it with tomatoes, for its fat doth greatly amplify the absorption of lycopene, a powerful antioxidant found within the tomato's crimson flesh. Let it be known, even a modest portion, half an avocado, 2 to 3 times per week, can lend great protection to thy joints, offering not only relief from inflammation, but a long-term defense against structural decline. Its richness doth satisfy, yet never weigh thee down. It is a balm both for palate and for pain. Thus, dear friend, let the avocado be not a luxury, but a part of thy ritual, a gift thou grant thyself in pursuit of movement, strength, and longevity. Now, we approach a brew most ancient, drawn not from fruit or field, but from bone and flame. Prepare thy heart, for next we shall uncover the quiet miracle that is bone broth. 11. Bone broth, the ancient elixir that rebuilds from within. Lo, the bone broth now enters our tale, drawn not from fruit nor leaf, but from the very marrow of life. Simmered slow and long from bones, tendons, and sinews, this potion hath served as a sacred remedy across centuries, from village hearth to healing hall. In truth, I have witnessed its power firsthand, how a simple cup, when embraced with constancy, did restore vitality to those weary with creaking joints and fading strength. For within this humble brew lie the raw materials of resilience. First among its gifts is collagen, a protein most noble, which fermenteth the very structure of thy cartilage. As bone broth is sipped, collagen breaketh into its parts, glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, amino acids that the body doth gather and use to rebuild the joints, restore flexibility, and cushion every motion. But that is not all. Bone broth is also rich in glucosamine and chondroitin, two heralded compounds which, in the world of modern medicine, are sought after for their ability to reduce joint pain, improve mobility, and slow cartilage loss, especially in those afflicted with osteoarthritis. What sets bone broth apart is not merely what it containeth, but how well the body receiveth it. These nutrients come not as pills or powders, but as bioavailable nourishment, gently delivered in a warm, digestible form that thy body doth welcome with ease. I have oft recommended a cup of bone broth, 2 to 4 times a week, as both comfort and treatment. Drink it alone as a soothing tonic, or use it as the base for hearty soups, stews, and sauces. And shouldst thou wish to enhance its healing virtues, add turmeric or ginger to the pot, thus combining the strength of broth with the anti-inflammatory might of these ancient spices. Let it be known, this is not a cure of haste, but a ritual of rebuilding. As thou sippest, week by week, thou art laying stone upon stone, quietly mending the very scaffolding of thy joints. And so, dear friend, as we near the final chapter of this scroll, prepare thyself to meet a brew both subtle and potent, green tea, whose calm leaves carry within them the power to fight inflammation and defend cartilage with every cup. 12. Green tea, the gentle sentinel of thy joints. At last, we arrive at the final chapter in our scroll, green tea, the ancient elixir of clarity and calm. Though its leaves are light and its flavor subtle, within this humble brew lies a power profound, one that I have come to revere over many years walking beside those burdened by pain and inflammation. Green tea is rich in polyphenol, most notably EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, a compound of rare virtue. EGCG hath shown in study after study to quell systemic inflammation, inhibit the destruction of cartilage, and neutralize free radicals, those silent thieves that age our joints and erode our strength. In my counsel, I oft recommend green tea not only for its antioxidant might, but for its role as a daily ritual of healing, a moment of quiet wherein body and spirit align. For those who suffer the stiffness of morning or the ache of evening, 2 to 3 cups a day, gently brewed and savored slowly, may bring a peace deeper than expected. Lo, when green tea is paired with a spritz of lemon, something marvelous occurs. The vitamin C within the citrus doth enhance the absorption of EGCG, multiplying its effectiveness and weaving together the powers of 2 noble healers. Thus, thou dost not merely sip a drink, but partakest in a tradition as ancient as the mountain groves from whence the leaves did come. Let it be known, green tea is no loud remedy. It doth not strike like a blade, but seeps into the body like a whisper of renewal, calming the fires of inflammation and protecting cartilage with every cup. In truth, as we close this tale of 12, I tell thee this: not one food alone shall carry thee to freedom from pain, but rather the harmony among them. Like a symphony, each note must play its part. Fatty fish and turmeric, berries and greens, broth and brew, all working together to restore what time and inflammation have stolen. So mark well these victuals, dear friend. Let thy plate become thy apothecary. Let thy habits become thy healing. And in tending to thy joints this day, thou shalt spare thyself anguish in the morrow. If thou hast found solace in this journey, bestow thy favor with a like, share this counsel with thy kin, and subscribe that we may meet again in strength, in spirit, and in the continued pursuit of lasting health. And so, dear friend, our journey through the 12 healing foods comes to a gentle close. But let not the ending of this scroll be the end of thy renewal, for within thee lies the power to reclaim ease, strength, and grace with every step thou takest. In my many years tending to weary joints and aching bones, I have learned this. True healing is not found in haste, but in the quiet rhythm of daily choices: a cup of green tea, a handful of nuts, a spoon of broth, a sprinkle of turmeric. These are not grand miracles, but small acts of care that, when done with love and constancy, bring forth miracles of their own. Let this not be a tale thou hearest once and forgets, but a map thou returnest to again and again, as thou carest for thyself in the seasons ahead. For thy joints are more than bone and cartilage. They are the pillars of thy independence, the carriers of thy joy, and the very foundation of the life thou dost still deserve to walk with strength. And now, if thou hast found even a glimmer of hope or wisdom in these words, I humbly entreat thee. Speech balloon, share thy thoughts in the comments below. Let thy voice be heard, that we may walk this path of healing together. Thumbs up, bestow thy favor with a like, that this message may reach more souls in need of solace. Bell, subscribe, and ring the bell, that thou mayest be the first to receive counsel and guidance on health, vitality, and longevity. For in this small act, thou dost not merely support this humble channel, but joinest a growing fellowship of those who choose not to suffer in silence, but to rise, to learn, and to heal. Until we meet again, may thy body be light, thy steps be steady, and thy heart ever open to the healing that begins with thee.